DEFSEC 2023 podcast sponsored by our good friends at Cisco. I'm Alan Dale from Gale Force Wins. Gentlemen, you're on the trade show floor here at DEFSEC. Is this your first DEFSEC?
This is the first one in many years.
First one for you? Okay. Tell us a little bit about yourselves and what you do. Why don't you go ahead, Joseph?
Well, my name is Joe McCarthy from Marystown, Newfoundland, living in St. John's, Newfoundland. I have a background in conservation and protection, marine protected areas and that sort of thing, and I just retired from offshore surveillance, federal fisheries and oceans. I spent a fair bit of time with the Navy and with the Air Force doing those types of capacities. We started up EnviroBlu Solutions about 8 years ago with an interest in finding solutions to problems that plague our marine environment from an environmental perspective. So that's why we're here. We're here to try and promote that and bring some companies on board with our way of looking at that situation.
We're going to get right into that in a second. That's great lead up. Take Slaney's taxi up St. John's to get here. I'm just joking with you. Okay, Kevin, how about yourself?
Alan, I have a portfolio of developments in Atlantic Canada, including offshore wind that we're working on, and also other consulting services I'm doing for some companies. But this one, I've joined Joe McCarthy in EnviroBlu, and we formed the Mekapisk EnviroBlu. It's an Indigenous partner company to take EnviroBlu product line, which is right now being purchased by some major players. And what we're going to do is expand the market for the product in Atlantic Canada. And we're at DEFSEC to talk to the major players here in the defense and aerospace business, because they also, we think they need the product, they can use the product, but also it also has multiplier impacts for them in their requirements to make sure that there's industrial benefits in Atlantic Canada.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, an Indigenous owned company with a great environmentally friendly product right here in Atlantic Canada, all Canadian all the time. This is just a near perfect scenario for a lot of the people in the trade show floor. Tell me specifically about the product. What does it do? Okay,
well, the EnviroBlu is it's non-corrosive, non-abrasive, non-toxic. It's an aqueous surfactant. It's water activated. Its main ingredient is water, and it works well on pretty well any surface, and works well through filtering systems like oily water separators. We currently have a few well-known customers like ExxonMobil, Maersk, Provincial Aerospace. We deal with companies like or organizations like Metrobus in St. John's. They use our products. City of St. John's, and on and on. But we're a startup company. We're still working towards getting brand recognition. But we're very excited about the potential that the product has and the uses that it has in the marine environment.
I mean, you've named some big players there right out of the gate that you're already in a relationship with, for sure. So your main kind of focal points here would be what kind of player you're looking for. I guess, the big shipbuilders are one thing, but there's got to be others in that room there that are really interesting you right now.
Yeah, no, definitely. And as Joe mentioned, some of the clients already include PAL, aerospace. So there's major aerospace players here that we're also talking to. The shipbuilding business and all the supply chain. So that's a big supply chain which can use this product. And so we're in discussions with those groups. And this has been a very good conference for us to network at. We also want to give a shout out to ACADA, the Atlantic Canada Aerospace and Defense Association, and Victoria Belbin and all of their team. They've been very helpful to us. We're members now of the ACADA, and we're working towards getting this product more recognized and getting it into the supply chains of these groups. The other thing is that the federal government has a target of 5% now for Indigenous companies, Indigenous procurement, and so we're also a group that can help meet that target for some of these companies because we have a great world-class product of EnviroBlu.
Product made in Canada by Canadians?
Yeah, the product, just a bit of the history on it, it was originated as a product for under commission to the federal government. to come up with a solution for issues in poorly ventilated areas on board ships and submarines, this sort of thing, as well as being a product that could be flushed into the ocean without any environmental impact. But you mentioned earlier that it's environmentally friendly. We like to say it's environmentally safe. And the reason we use that term is because when you look at our safety data sheets, third party, it indicates under considerations, environmental considerations, non-applicable. So that's how safe the product is, and we're also registered or recognized by CFIA and have a registration number with them as a product that's safe to use as in food plants where food is processed, which in and of itself gives great credibility to the product and the far-reaching applications for it. Right? So one of the things Kevin and I, when we started working together on this, it wasn't because of the indigenous side of things, but as we grew together in our approach, it became very obvious that the indigenous groups are very in tune with Mother Earth and the needs for finding solutions to some of the problems that are facing us today, in especially soil and marine aqua applications. There are measurable units out there when it comes to air quality and carbon emissions and that sort of thing, but one of the things that we're working towards is funding for research and development into a project and a program that will be able to measure that and give credits to user groups for their efforts towards greener approaches.
Right. I love how you environmental safe. That's a big distinction for sure. Application in food service, application in aerospace, application in defense. I mean, you're ticking all the boxes. This is kind of the product people should know about. It's just a matter of kind of getting their eyes open to exactly the application that they can see for it, right? I'm glad that you were in the show there and were able to kind of walk the bazaars. And you're so right to point out, Kevin, that ACATA is a great way to make connections into this industry in a very sophisticated way to get you guys the results you need. Great product, guys. Really appreciate you having you on Gale Force Wins and telling us about the product, but more importantly, the background to the whole thing and why that matters to those folks to get involved with you.
Sure. Alan, thank you very much, and Gale Force Wins, thank you for doing what you're doing, okay, and promoting in Atlantic Canada. Keep doing it.
Thanks very much, Al.
Cheers.